Yo, what you think would
What's
be
poppin'?
worse if we went through COVID again for the first time, or if there was a month with no internet and no communication systems?
What was your question? You said, what if we went through COVID for the first time for a month with no communication?
Yeah, we went through COVID again for the first time, or we went through a month with no communication systems and no internet.
Honestly, going through it again for the first time, or whatever the first option, because that second option is crazy.
You
Yeah,
don't
it
think?
won't be able to, no work will be done at all.
Yeah, so you don't think that would be worse than COVID for the
Oh,
first time?
oh wait, nah, yeah, no communication. Yeah, it'll be worse because businesses will be all messed up. Nobody gonna be able to really get their money or give it. Um, yeah, it'll be terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the factor of like banks and airlines still work, but I think if these motherfuckers had to go a month without no social media, it'd be clips.
Oh, social media, I would love that. As long as I got music, I I love that.
But it's no communication, so that means that when shit start going down, the crime start happening, they can't get on their little walkie talkies and shit. It's complete anarchy out here.
Yeah, that's why you got to get you a gun and you got to get you a little supply cabinet. What do you call them? The bunkers. You got to get you a bunker, bro.
That's big facts. Hey yo, I do got a couple more of these, but welcome back to the Stro Show Live, presented by Stro Studios and No Backup Plan. I am William Strother II, aka Stro Styles, here with D'Antonio. Man, let's make some noise.
D'Antonio, aka D'Antonio. Yep, there's a difference.
Facts. That's like Melly and Melvin. Oh,
I mean, they both 5 letters, so yeah, yeah, same thing, same thing.
that's a good place to go into the the first topic, which is the story that just keeps building and keep building. This nigga David. Did he do it? Did he not? You know, I said last week when I was talking to you that California just really don't care about like murder, death, or like solving actual crimes. I think there's way of
Hmm.
we probably saw that with the OJ trial. Maybe probably saw it to some degree maybe with the Med trial. It's up for debate. And we definitely seeing it again where they have at least come out for now and say that he is not a suspect currently.
Man,
And he say he's not a suspect, moved out of his apartment, transferred his place into like his mother's name, and then the day after he got named as not a suspect, at least for now. He went and got Harvey Weinstein's lawyer. Oh.
didn't he also cancel the U.S. part of his tour, but he kept the European part of it?
Yeah. So, and I get it maybe a little bit. Want to get out of Dodge's way and everything. Like, yo, I don't even necessarily want to ask, did he do it? How stupid would he have to have been to do it?
You said how stupid would he have been to have done it?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I feel like that's a perfect place for this real quick.
If you want to bury a dead body, simply bury it 9 feet deep. Then place a dead animal 4 feet above it. This way, if a police dog
I'm sorry. Okay, wait. Man,
Yo, it sounds like he's trying to
was
help this man out.
because I was supposed to play this at the beginning. I just feel like that wasn't a perfect and appropriate transition into it.
Oh, no, no, no.
But gave it a second to breathe. Now I'm gonna go back to
If you want to bury a dead body, simply bury it 9 feet deep. Then place a dead animal 4 feet above it. This way, if a police dog smells something unusual, they will only find the dead animal. If you want to get rid of a crime weapon, the best way to do it is to melt it down into a block of steel. Then throw it in the ocean. This way, it will sink to the bottom, and if someone finds it, they will never know what it originally was. If you want to trespass onto someone's property, bring a dog leash with you. If someone asks why you're there, just tell them your dog ran off and you're trying to find it.
If your grandmother is racist, create a photo montage of your brother or sister in a situation that will upset her. She will remove them from her will, so you will inherit a larger share.
Yeah, I don't think that was appropriate, but yeah, damn. Yo, how stupid, just as for perspective, because I was trying to look it up a little bit more. I feel like, and you know, criminals usually ain't the smartest motherfuckers in the world, especially nowadays. We not dealing with the smartest motherfuckers in the world. How stupid would he truly have to be, though, to have done this? And especially in the manner that he has done it.
I mean, isn't he also on the younger end? Isn't he only like 22 or something like that?
Yeah, I think he might even be 20.
Yeah, I mean, granted, we all done dumb things in our younger age. Wasn't going around.
If you want to bury a
nobody,
dead body, simply
Sorry.
we wasn't out here breaking the law, no crazy shit like that. But yeah, now his brain now developing this new age, new wave where just everything is completely different nowadays. Like, well, not completely different, but just the environment that he probably grew up in. Because what, he was a Cali kid or something like that too, growing up in Cali. What, 2025? I mean 2005, 2004, whenever he was born. Bro, that's a whole different world. Shit, we almost touching 30. We was born in 96. So we got a whole different thing. We getting to see shit change in real time. Some of these people was growing up in the changes that we saw. So it ain't different from him. Like, so whatever's going on in his brain and thinking that was a good idea to do that whole thing, bro, like that's just crazy.
So you saying there is a world where he could have actually did this and then put the body in a car that's registered to himself?
It is a possibility, yes.
Is there also a world where, and I'm trying to like put on my best serious voice in this, because I know that it is a little bit of a sensitive topic, but there's truth of the matter. Is there a world and possibility where hold on, let me fix this really quickly. On screen of me. There we go. No, that's still not me. Where is me? Where am I? Oh, there we go. I do think that there is a world and a possibility where we have to think my head got big for a second. I feel like I'm just tiptoeing around it. Is there a world and possibility where she could have did this to herself? To make it seem like him, because like you said, we're dealing with younger minds, and bring me back to even the beginning a little bit. I don't even get how he becomes not a suspect with that big of an age gap of her at this point now, if she were to still be alive, is only 15 years old, and he's 20. Oh, wait, I ain't.
But I don't think that would be the case because I mean, there's no legal ramifications on her, and where it's like, all right, she would be affected in any way if he was to be found guilty or not guilty. So I don't think that would be the case. It's a possibility. We just if we playing the numbers game, yeah, it's a possibility, but I don't think that's the case.
So I guess what just leaves us to our basic and last option of, is this someone trying to frame him?
I would, I who will look to frame him? Like he's young. I don't think he had enough time to make real enemies to be in a situation where he's getting framed. I don't know. That's a whole other side. That's a whole different coast. Like I said, I wasn't familiar with this kid at all until literally the story popped off. I never would have heard about him. I don't be on TikTok. I heard he was a TikTok star or whatever. I never heard of dude before this whole situation. So
So you're saying at most it would look like he did it.
I, I let the courts figure and the police figure that out. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, this seems like one of those that's just building and building and building. So it's like the Puff trial. This ain't going away for a minute. You know what? I'm gonna skip things around a little bit, and we gonna go straight. Where did I took this one off? I moved it. We gonna go straight from there into the. I don't got nothing else there. Ba 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 ba. Yo, if I could pay like a nice little producer for the free, holla at me, dog. I got something free for you. Oh no, that wasn't it. Any event, Angel Reese said a couple weeks ago when somebody tweeted her and asked her, what does she prefer to be, an Instagram model or a WNBA star? And I'm sure there was a little bit of sarcasm, but truth in her answer, where she says, I'm going to do both because my dream career doesn't pay me enough. I thought this is a good kind of topic to circle back to now, because where we get what Asia Wilson's just won, what her third title, fourth,
Oh, third title. I think her fourth MVP. Something
and
like
third
that. I don't
Finals
know.
MVP, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Should this still be a case where they ain't getting the bag like that from playing?
I This is part of the motion of any sport that's growing. Magic, when he signed a 25-year, $25 million contract, that was unbelievable. That was one of the craziest deals at the time. So it's like it's a growing sport, and then you just got to continue to put a good product on the floor, and then it's going to grow naturally, organically, and then also you have a CBA. I think the contract is up this year, or this was the last season underneath it. So if y'all want to hold out for better splits or more money, then that's something that y'all gonna have to you get together. But you can't have the bigger names like an Angel Reese or a Caitlin Clark or a Asia Wilson saying, I think they got to think about the rest of the association because some of these people are getting paid a little bit better than teachers. Like I'm not familiar with the how much they get paid, what's their minimum, but it's like some people might be living check to check. They may not have the advertisements. It's like you want to push the league, but like forward, you want to get better splits, but everybody can't hold out because they don't have other avenues or other revenue streams or avenues to get to it because they don't have the name, they don't have the draw, they don't have the marketing appeal. So I think it's a hard place to be in because it's like you want to push the league forward and you need to have the fight, but everybody can't do that as well. And then it also will affect the incoming draft class, like the lockout when was that?
Let's say like
2012?
2011 or something like that. 20.
Yeah, 2011, 20 around there. So like I said, yeah. So like the rookies couldn't sign contracts. They couldn't even get whatever money they make from like just even 2K or something like that because they have to get I'm saying something from like being in 2K and stuff like that. Like they wasn't able to get signed contracts, do none of that stuff. So it's like I think a lockout. I think I think there need to be some give and take. Of course, with any form of negotiation, there's give and take, but I think they need to think about some of the people that's not as marketable. Well, that don't have nothing but their NBA checks. Like Brittany Griner a couple years ago, she had to go overseas because they paying over there. And when there's the off season, what she supposed to do?
So, do you think like how a lockout kind of worked for the NBA? You think a lockout will work for the WNBA? I left. I left you by yourself. And she's supposed to
Nah,
get high, nigga. That's what she's supposed to do.
nah. I was gonna say she got a baby to take care of. You know, she a dad right now. So she got to take.
Oh, do you think a lockout for the WNBA would have the same effect as the NBA?
No. Some of these owners are owners of other bigger teams, and it's like the revenue that's coming in from the WNBA isn't really moving them enough to be like, all right, because so that's why it definitely is tough. That's why it's like
All
because you
right.
might own like a football, you might own the Colts or something like that, and you bring it in billions, millions, and billions of dollars each year. So it's like, how much am I really making from this? I'm assuming that it got to be going up because what was it? The Connecticut Suns just sold for like 300 million or something like that. So
Was it 300?
yeah, I think it was like 343 or
All
something
right. So
weird.
then, all right. I know 300 isn't 10 billion, and it is pretty far, but
Mhm.
300 is also a lot different than 3 million. If
Like, can you look up the number? So is a lot talking super crazy because
let me see.
you ever go to a Suns game, a Connecticut Sun game?
I think maybe like a long time ago.
I went a couple times. Sometimes half the time they was giving away tickets for free. Then you would catch tickets
Oh,
for like $20. How much to go for?
the Connecticut Suns has not been sold for a final price, but a deal for a record 325 million sailed to a group led by Celtics minority owner Steve cannot pronounce his last name was Reese in August. I think this is something from August, so it either has
The reason why it's not finalized is because they want to move the team to Boston, and I
um
believe the WNBA and Connecticut is fighting for the Suns to stay in Connecticut. Like the sale could go through, but they want them to stay where they're at. But 325 million, I mean,
it's a lot of fucking money,
it is.
and that's
And
one
just
team.
and you don't go around seeing nobody wearing a Connecticut Sun jersey. I'm gonna keep
Nope.
it a being with you. You go into those games, they're not sold out. They got seats. You could basically sit like right above, like not floor seats of course side, but right above that for like 60,
All
$70.
right, yo,
So I'm
fuck
trying to
it.
think
I
about where
get
the
it's
value
supposed to
is
be a
of that.
sport and everything, and it's supposed to be respect the sport. Yo, do this shit get more entertaining if they lower the hoops
No,
and they
because
start dunking and start
you're
windmilling?
gonna you're gonna stop the evolution of what you're trying to get. If you're trying to get to the point where how the NBA naturally grew, you're just gonna have to create people that go like that trains harder in the gyms. Like I think there was somebody that was like 6'2", a girl 6'2", dunking me with the ease the other day on the 10-foot rim. So it was like, well, I stopped the evolution of where they're trying to go.
All right, so if we get more 6'3", 6'4" girls dunking and windmilling, do it get more entertaining at that point?
Yeah, yeah. And
And if you slow down the evolution and make it a space where you lower the rims, do you basically just turn them into the Harlem Globetrotters?
nah, the comment I was gonna say was wild. Nah, I don't think it. You don't turn them into the glow. It don't turn into the Globetrotters. I, you don't get the money that you're looking to eventually get though by doing that. Because
Because it
then at that
starts to
point,
look like a
it's gonna
joke.
belittle the league. It's gonna be like, all right,
Yeah.
you lower the hoops.
That's why I said like the Globetrotters.
The
Like,
Globetrotters shoot on 10.
yeah, but I'm saying like it looks more like exhibition than competition.
Oh no, because the Globetrotters are a show. They're not really. I mean, they're basketball players and they're talented at what they do, but it's more to be a show than it is an actual like it's a show in a basketball game. It's like WWE. Like you want to say something scripted, it's the Globetrotters. So it's like, yeah,
I'm not gonna make it sexist. So I was sitting here debating. I'm not gonna do that. So how do they get more money? The players, because like we said, 325 million ain't nothing to scoff at, and that's for the Connecticut team that they want to move to Boston, and obviously want to move it to Boston so you getting more ticket sales. So it means that the Sparks could probably go for what, damn near double.
I don't I don't know if it's double.
It's
This is
Sparks is
also
LA, right?
yeah. I don't think it's gonna go for double because then next thing you know, all right, what about the Aces? One of the hottest teams with one of the best players. You acquire them. What are you gonna say? That's basically worth a billion now? No. So I don't think the Sparks is gonna be double. Like I think they're starting to set the market of like the ballpark because eventually like they're making it sell for what they think they can like do. They're looking to of course turn a profit and they feel like at 325 they'll be able to get there eventually or unless they're really just looking towards the future thinking like all right, well this game is growing at such a rate and then it's like okay, it's all more off a projection. But I don't think that a WNBA team is going to reach that soon. But I mean, they need to get more into the social media space, like how the NBA is doing now. It's like one of the most has the most engagements out I think of like any sport.
Mm,
So it's like I think they need to get into the clips and the highlights. And since nobody getting put on posters right now, um,
they need to be getting
Luca
their
can't jump out
ankles
the
broke.
gym, but you go click on any of Luca highlight tapes or whatever, you going that's a million views right there. They could emulate Luca game more than they can Anthony Edwards
Yeah.
at this current moment. He ain't done it. My back is killing me.
So, all right. Lastly, on the WNBA, do you think Asia Wilson is the best
No.
basketball player in her relationship
Oh.
right now?
Uh Ben will bust her ass, but in terms of like is she better in the WNBA than Bam is in the NBA? Yes. And this is not the first time we've seen this. Candace Parker was with Shane Williams. Was it Shane Williams? And she probably might have been better than him. I'm gonna be honest with you. But yeah, we've seen one of these before. It didn't work out, but we've seen one of these before.
No. All right. At least they are going in a path where visibility is growing and everything else. So hopefully the money lines up eventually, or where they don't have to. And granted, back to where we started at, I think I think Angel Reese get around like 150, 250 or something like that. So that's where a little bit of it, I guess, was satire of like my first job don't pay me enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, who are you to say what is enough for a person? But it ain't like she making 10K. But hopefully they make 10 million.
Hey, hopefully.
But we getting closer to the season. As we get closer, I get more and more worried as I continue to hear Jason Tatum talking about coming back this year and dunking and doing shit in the gym that I don't want to see from somebody that that tore
Towards
their
Achilles
ACL like
about
7 months ago.
5 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah, less than 7 months ago, actually.
Yeah, they said the day of him dunking was day 150 post him tearing his Achilles.
Yeah. Yo, so what we looking for season?
You said what was that? What was the last part?
I said, what we looking like for the season?
Who's we? You talking about your Boston Celtics?
I don't know. Well, like I said, I'm worried about him coming back, but he just said earlier he bringing another chip to Boston, so I ain't even worried about that. I was just saying about the season in general. I know how the end of the season ends. Banner number 19.
I think
That's
not no 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 not even remotely close. Y'all probably won't even have home court advantage if I'm being honest. But I'm not about to just sit here and shit on the Celtics, even though I love to do that. That's my one of my favorite American pastimes.
yep, because
Talking about
y'all over there passing around fucking Hennessy bottles and shit. So,
I mean, hey,
like you Shannon Sharp.
let LeBron get drunk and do whatever he want. Get the
Yep.
little checks sitting. All right?
Yep, and he gonna bring in LeBryce, and y'all gonna be sitting with us. Well, not sitting with us, because you gotta have 18 titles to sit with us. But in any event,
yeah, everybody in the world was hurt that year, and whatever. So I think that this is going to
COVID.
be one of the more near competitive, and then I know the NBA. Yeah, of course they released the full schedule, but playing the Rockets, no, Golden State opening night is like, all right, LeBron versus Curry. They trying to keep that stuff like that going with the newcomer, of course, of Luca being having a not a full off season with the Lakers because he was playing a EuroBasket and he has yet to play in a preseason game yet. But like I said, he played pretty far. I think he made it like 3 or 4 games. I think like 3 games away from the chip because they do this kind of weird bracket tournament style that I didn't fully invest into. But the Lakers versus Rockets, so KD versus LeBron, they're still trying to yoke as much as they can from these battles that we had. And if it wasn't certain teams, like no matter how bad the Lakers, the Celtics, the Knicks are, they're always going to be prime time, a lot of games. But I think that they need to do a better job of just Anthony Edwards because that seemed like the only person that in a smaller market that they're trying to push. And but also I think the players also got to put in the work to shine themselves. And I think a part of it is the systems that a lot of these teams run, high pick and roll, horns actions. It's not like there's a lot of creativity. Everybody plays this game the same kind of way. You just have certain styles that players are allowed to get away with. But I think they need to do a better job of building it. But I am happy about some of the matchups that we got. We got rivalry week, which I feel like they don't promote
that
enough.
shit
I think
was
they just talk about it
fucking
like
you.
the week of. Huh?
That rivalry week was fucking. It was kicking your ass.
Yo, I was. What you call it? But they don't really promote stuff like that. I mean, who's really a rival to who nowadays?
Nobody.
It's not.
Fucking the last one that we was really supposed to have was the fucking Warriors and Cavs, or at least LeBron and Steph.
I mean,
LeBron
they
loved that
still
nigga
play each
too
other 4
much.
times a year,
Yeah, but
unless they see
even
each other in the
real,
playoffs.
rivalry feeling aspect of that we were supposed to have like
Division rivals. They just don't. They can't see each other in the finals anymore. But you still got division rivalries. We was talking about that a little off camera when it came to football, and it's like you play everybody in your division the toughest
oh well
because you see them the most.
I I mean I would say a little bit of I guess it felt like it with the energy last year with that Celtics and Knicks series.
Hmm.
But besides that, the playoffs is when you really want to feel that kind of rivalry energy, and
Hmm.
yeah, that ain't there no more.
And another thing is I feel like the series aren't as drawn out as they used to be. Like some of these are getting ended quick, and some of them have the bigger names. Or it's like you get to a certain point where it's just like, all right, like the Lakers lost in five, but the total combined points was only like they led for a good chunk of the series, and you look at their combined defeats and certain key aspects, like Luca getting sick in game three and four, and it's like they really didn't lose by much, but it's like two of your biggest stars is out. You had somebody that was you had Luca that was there. You got a top five player right there. LeBron finished sixth in MVP, and he's out in the first round. You got luckily, I mean SGA came through and he was hooping the whole series, but yeah, I just feel like some of these series, like the best series of last year, might have been Denver, Minnesota, Denver, OKC. That was a great series.
And
The Pacers. That was a Cinderella story. Anything they was involved in basically was Reese and big shots, 7 game series. But
and
that what you expecting me to say the
the
Celtics?
motherfucking Celtics. Shit was heartbreaking. But yeah, yo, that Pacers series, like, yeah, big underdogs went far,
Yeah.
went all the
Well,
way.
guess what? They won't be no kind of dog this year with Reese being out. I mean, I think
Yeah,
they could be. They'll be in play-in contentions. It's going to age horribly when they're like the fourth
who
seed.
left from there? Then Miles Turner, right?
Miles Turner. Oh yeah, Miles Turner's going. You don't got no. So your paint protecting, 3-point shooting big. He left to Milwaukee. Uh, Wonder how that's going to turn out because does Giannis stay?
Word,
I
I
think
was seeing something earlier, and it was like, yo, what happens with the possibility of Giannis going to New York, and they get to keep uh, Brunson and Josh Hart and Cat.
well, you're gonna have to give up stuff, but the thing is they have no assets, so it's most likely gonna have to be a 3-team trade where they get send maybe OG or not Mikael Bridges, OG and whatever else to go do the picks to then give talent to. I want to give the picks to Milwaukee for. It's gonna have to be a 3-team trade, and the thing is, they were saying it kind of was looking like how the Lakers had the situation with Luca. It's like they was doing it behind closed doors. It could have happened, but New York, or they said one of the sides didn't seem like didn't put their best foot forward, or didn't think it was like the packages or whatever was good enough. So yeah, I think this opened it up. Like this opened it up to the league. So I think that well, there was a report that said that Giannis is considering. Well, he's going to survey and see what can happen at the deadline.
And we gonna wake up tomorrow and see that Giannis done retired or something. Like,
Nah,
he about to head back to Athens with the rest of the family. He,
yeah, they said Giannis. Yeah, Giannis is going to surface it, and also the Lakers. Got to throw them in there 'cause everything. If he doesn't
you
get
don't
traded in the
have to.
summer, I mean during the deadline, the summer, I think he's definitely gone. And they will have 3 tradable first round picks and 3 swaps available, and a lot of cap
For
room.
who's going? You said.
Huh?
Ain't who's going? You said. Or who be
Oh no,
going?
I said the Lakers got 3 tradable first round picks and 3 swaps. and a lot of cap space
Giannis and
this
Luca,
summer. Yeah.
the future of the Lakers. I could see it.
I feel like it's gonna be some crazy nickname. What was, remember? Because it's just because of Giannis and his personality. Luca kind of like that too, but it just sounded a little crazy.
Yeah, he
Like how
just
he
saying it
talked.
in a different language.
Yeah, yeah. Like yeah, I think they're gonna have the crazier nickname than Darius Garland and Colin Sexton. If you know, you know.
Yo, how come on the announcers when they're saying his name when he's going down the court and drives through the paint and breaks free through two guys, they don't say Grady Dick's full name?
Because what you just said, they're aware of all this. That'll get you fired. Remember what was it the Orlando Magic when they posted Anthony Black and Grady Dick? The dude got fired that night.
Yo, and so they just gonna go his whole career and not say his first and last name. He already
I
get to
think
be on
he
the
should.
first name basis.
Yes, that should be the case because then you end up looking like Fat Joe.
Yo, I don't think that's fair, yo. His mama named him Clay. Mama worked, got me to this point, and now y'all got me on this stage, and y'all don't even say my full name, yo. What was
Man,
they cooking when they cooked that
we
nigga,
are in a
yo?
world where it's super sensitive. You think your name about to just start randomly flying? Nah. Especially, and you ain't no defendant. Yeah, what you call that? I mean, you could say, you know what I'm saying? Grady shot the three. Dick shot the three. I mean, I guess you could say that, but it's gonna sound
I feel
crazy.
like if they say it enough, yo, then it loses its kind of like it loses the funny sting, and eventually it just sounds like, yo, Grady Dick just drove past two guys, and it just sounds regular at some point.
Uh, uh ye- mate, that's the hope, I
Grady
guess, for
Dick,
somebody.
bang bang.
What you call it? Dick is guarded by White right now. Like it'll sound crazy. Brown is guarding Dick right now. Like, what are we talking about?
Alright,
Yeah, it's never gonna sound.
so, before
Like, nah, it's never gonna sound right. And oh man, don't let the LeBron sexuals in that, hear some shit like that.
oh yeah. All right. Well, I guess blame his mama then. Um,
Yeah.
before.
No, his dad. His dad. I'm assuming he got his dad last name.
Oh yeah, but that's what I was also thinking the other day. Somebody had to lose a bet when like they was naming him like Isaiah Thompson's dad. Like
Oh,
like
well, I
that
mean,
had
shit.
to
That
be a loss. And you know what? If it was, I respect it, yo. That's a man that honors his bets. I
fuck
respect that.
that.
You not playing with my kid name?
No. And whoever be putting him up to the bets or fantasy drafts and shit like that, hey, salute to you. I would never.
Yo, are we gonna get the OKC reunion in Houston?
Uh, no, because the Rockets are so close to the apron that they're capped at, they can't do it. They will have to make a trade, and nobody's looking to make a trade right now because they want to see what their team looks like. Can we contend? Are we buyers? Are we contenders? Are we sellers? Are we rebuilding? And nobody's just going to take on the contract right now unless you're giving assets, which Houston has some assets, but who are you going to get rid of at this current moment? You need
So
to see
you
what's
really
going
think
on.
we getting through a full season with nobody picking up Westbrook? Not even like right before the Can he sign at any point in the season, or is it he got until
You
February?
can you got to sign at any point in the season, but if you want to be playoff eligible, I think it's March 1st is the deadline. March 1st, second, third, somewhere around there. So it has to be by a certain point. But by that point, the contracts are prorated enough where he pretty much could sign with any team. But I don't think a team is going to pick Russ up that's going to the playoffs and looking to add him that late into the season.
All right, if he's not on the team, do we see him at any of the games this year?
No. I don't think
Respectable.
Russ want to be looked at as somebody that's campaigning or cheerleading for a job. Nobody wants to look like Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, lost a bet, right? All right, before I get to that, I told you I had a couple of these questions. If you could go back, let me put it here. If you could go back and stop any tragic event in history from happening, what would it be?
So I know you said if I could stop any, like I actually have the power to stop this.
Yeah, like this shit don't happen.
I got because I automatically went to, oh, what would I change? Or, a bit of, what would I change?
Like, I don't have an answer for mine yet. I'm still be thinking. But I know, like, for sure, man, say what you want. I'm not stopping slavery, and I'm not saving MLK. And I know that sounds crazy to say as an alpha and a black man. But I feel like certain things stop the progression of where we are now. And even though we still ain't in the best place, I feel like anything that could affect our black history, I'm just not touching. So as idealistic as it sounds to save MLK and stop slavery, we don't know what the hell happens if we remove those events. So anything black ain't on my list.
Yeah, it's hard because you think about one thing and then it's like, when you think about another, like when you instantly said that, like I was gonna say like 9/11.
That's a good one.
I mean, then do we have the ensuing war that ends up happening? Do the Great Recession happens in '08? I don't know if that played a part into it, but like it is a domino effect where it's like, all right, we change one thing or a butterfly effect, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, goddamn, you went to 9/11. I guess my only one that I could think of so far was stopping the horrible tragedy of Jason Tatum tearing his ACL when we were in the playoffs.
I thought you were about to go somewhere else with it.
No, I thought that's all I had
you
so
know
far.
what? I changed my answer. Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina. Because if Hurricane Katrina don't happen, I don't care. They made sure that they made sure the Saints won the Super Bowl, and I'm a Falcon fan, so take Katrina out of there. They don't get that sympathy Super Bowl.
I respect it.
Get that out of here.
I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, or Cole winning in '08, but I'll just say that I'll say the one for Super Bowl.
Oh,
We won
that's
enough.
why. When I was thinking of this earlier, Since this question took so long, I really thought that you would go end up saying Kobe dying.
I, I I was gonna say that, but and that affected a lot of people. The reason why I went to 9/11 was because like crashing buildings, people in planes, they all dying, people down falling debris.
Yo, that's a real mature answer, yo. Before I get to Drake really quickly, I'll do my last one. Yo, if you could go back and be a kid again, what is one thing you would do differently? I do have my
Ask my
answer
mom.
for this. What'd you say?
Ask my mom to buy Bitcoin, or my dad, one of my parents to buy Bitcoin.
It
Not too
wasn't
much
out
because you
when you
can't.
was a kid. You was a teenager.
Nigga,
Well,
then, but
I guess my
then it
answer is part
wasn't
of
it
that.
like '05.
I thought it was closer to like 2010 or so.
Well, I'm gonna be like, hey, it's gonna be something
Still
called
counts.
Bitcoin, and I need you to buy some of it. Not too much because you don't want to influence the market too much. So you want to buy this thing called Bitcoin, and you're gonna buy it in small enough increments where we will be set for life. And yeah,
Yeah, yo, you got some real like nice, cool answers, yo. You stopping 9/11, you buying Bitcoin. Me, I go back to be a kid again. I'm doing more bad shit, yo. I
yeah,
realize,
Oh, I was about to say, you talking about mature shit. I could kill two birds with one stone. I'll get my own helicopter company where I make sure everything is safe and hey, Cole gonna be here.
okay, I was like, wait, what's that do with the Bitcoin? But okay, I get you. I get you. Yo, I get you. Yeah, nah, I'm doing more bad shit, yo. As a kid, I feel like I was like really scared to get in trouble. Like, and you know me, like, if I get in trouble and someone else is involved, what am I doing?
Whoop de doo.
You ain't,
Whoop de doo.
they gonna go to prison for they
If we
gonna go
go
to
to prison
prison
for the
for the
rest of
rest
our
of their
life,
life.
whoop
You
de
ain't going
doo.
nowhere.
We go to prison, nigga.
So, I feel like I didn't do enough things with the risk of getting caught. I ain't like getting caught. I ain't like especially if I ain't had no one to tell on. I ain't like getting caught. I I ain't like getting yelled at. It wasn't my vibe. Especially, like you grow up as an only child. It's like shit. I really don't got no one to tell on. Like it's just me. So from that perspective, yeah, yo, like I didn't do a lot of bad shit. Like granted, like as I got older and like we got caught or in trouble for something, like I could just throw it on y'all. So that made it a little bit easier. But but yeah,
Halloween.
like I feel like I didn't take enough advantage of being a kid, and no, the worst that could happen is you get yelled at and maybe punished for a couple days. Especially like I knew some people like that like when their parents came down with the punishment, like you could tell that their parents just wanted to punish them to begin with, and as soon as they did something, oh, you get that computer's gone for 2 years.
Well, yeah. The thing is, you should have definitely did more dumb stuff to get in trouble, because then you could have been like, oh, yeah, I'm only child, but the brother in my head, he told me to do this, bro. And that's the psycho case.
Word. So yeah, I definitely wish that I just did more. Now, do I wish I did more bad shit as a child? No, definitely as a teenager, cause like that's when you get to have more fun with it. So, yeah, definitely wish I did more dumb shit. But speaking of dumb shit, Drizzy Drake done lost this case. Oh shit! Did he even lose? When you get the case thrown out, is that even a loss?
On his behalf, yes.
Yeah, yo. And we could just kind of skip around in this. Where does he go from here?
To Australia, to Europe, to somewhere over there. Cause it don't seem like he got no slaps coming. Everything that came and went.
Mm-hmm. And granted,
I mean,
like Universal says, they're still gonna be invested, and they look forward to continuing to work with Drake and doing their work with Drake and everything. But does he now really try his damnedest and hardest to get out of the deal with them?
do we really have a choice or option?
Or did he, or is he fucking around and lying to us, or really somehow don't know what his contract says, and he on some Kanye shit where he in there for perpetuity?
Nah, Drake been around too long to be going for some. He don't really know his contract, and I'm pretty sure he got some of the best lawyers in the game to look over it.
Well,
But
apparently he probably ain't know his contract too well if he went and did this damn case.
I think, well, yeah, probably that. I don't, not, like I said, I think he's too big of an artist, and I think he did too much stuff that probably would never get surfaced. Like if he did have what you call it, he did have.
Oh, I thought you was going somewhere with it.
I was about to say if he had like deals with all the labels and stuff like that, like certain things like that. If it was to be the case, it wouldn't get out. I think he knows his deal. I think it's just that some information probably got surfaced.
I think if Taylor Swift never gets her masters back, he had a better chance of winning this case. Like if that Taylor Swift thing does never happen with her getting off the label and getting all her shit.
Isn't she the reason why Ticketmaster you can't resell certain tickets or something like that?
Mm-hmm. So I feel like if the
Kanye,
music,
you got one more job, bro. You got one more job.
he ain't finished the job not finished.
Job not finished.
Job not finished.
Well, he was in that commercial with Kobe when it was like, yeah, whatever, go into your limits and go past whatever. Yeah, nah, he got more to do.
So like, I feel like if she never ended up costing the music industry billions of dollars, that he's still more of a fighting chance of being the at least current iteration and time person to kind of go up against the label. I feel like they lost so much damn money with her and all of that well, at least future money with her and certain things, they was like, we're not letting this shit happen again. And especially not from no rapper. And especially off of what you want to try and make us look like. Because what's crazy is niggas saying that it was a petty case or damn, you look soft. Things that we've been saying about him forever.
Yep.
We can't deny, though, was black and white of the fact that two things could be true at once. You could have been being a piece of shit for years, and everybody knows it, and has been waiting for this time to come at you. And this could also be a very well calculated attack where all your friends came at you at one time, and now the guy that wasn't even leading the charge to begin with begins to be the guy that leads the charge and gets focused in on, and now he goes to sell out tours and win more Grammys and Super Bowls like and break streaming records and all of that stuff. Like,
And I seen him in Foxborough. I thought the stadium was gonna collapse how lit they was.
so it's like, yeah, two things can be true at once. You took a L and you look soft. But at the same time, you didn't just take a solo L without major coercion. I think that's evident. And I think maybe it would have looked worse if that's how he tried to kind of really paint the case. And yeah, outside of the even Taylor Swift part, I really don't think that there was a world where he was winning this case. Should he have went for it in the first place?
No, no. And if Taylor was the monkey wrench that messed everything up, son, I would have been the one to send Travis Kelsey that way. Hey yo, go murky this water up, bro.
Um, do you think that the lawsuit hurt his public perception even more?
Yes.
How
It's
so?
like, all right. It's like this, all right. Imagine you know what I mean, you shoot the fade with somebody, you get some hits in all that, and you know what I'm saying. But that person won. Y'all ran it back a couple times, like it was on some on site, and it seemed like you done lost every time, but you was at least competitive. But then now all of a sudden you call the cops, you call the police, and then
That's
it's
what
like,
you about to say.
Whoop de doo.
oh, this look assault to me, bro. Like nah, this nigga need time. Like, bro,
If we
yeah.
go to prison for the rest of our life, whoop de doo. We go to prison, nigga.
But
And
yeah, so I think that you just sometimes you just gotta take your L, keep it rolling.
do you think that we ever get that? I don't even know where to put it and like
Well,
what to
old Drake
say.
back? No.
I
Oh,
don't, cause yeah, like a part of me don't even want to ask that because it's like
we
we
would have got
ain't
it already.
got old Drake in a long ass time. Forget we would have got it already. We ain't got it
Mhm.
in damn near 10 years.
Yeah, I was about to say yeah, the best shit that he done did, her loss to me in some time, and 21 was on that going crazy as well. But yeah, we would have got it at some point because it's like, all right, well, y'all want this? Bet. Like, imagine we got Lord knows Drake. He made a rap album around then. Well, around Marv's Room, the head above the clouds on my last album cover, whatever. I can't think of the names right now, but I think we would have like if he would have dropped a rap album back then. Even though you already know, I always wanted the R&B album of it. But yeah, if he would have did like he would have did it then, he would have set the world on fire with it because I think it would have been too crazy. But yeah, like I said, we will. If he been trying to prove shit and trying to show the public, but it ain't been going nowhere. Ain't really been doing nothing. So we
Yeah.
would have got it by now.
And let's just throw out the possibility that he has wrote as much as he says he has on whatever. And maybe at some points is trying to maybe tap into a little bit of a old Drake and still kind of find this new Drake. I do think that there is still room for where we get the evolution of the next Drake. Like as far
Yeah,
as him,
I don't even think Drake could be old Drake again. Because how does he become old Drake again?
rap.
He can't. He he tried that already. It didn't go. I
When
think he needs to be his next Drake.
I'm talking about like rap, he ain't like we remember the Drake guy used to drop and niggas said, "Damn, yo, he still ain't had a bad verse yet."
Yeah,
That ain't been the case in a long time. He been rapping that same flow for the past 12 years, 13 hours, and 47 minutes. That Versace Migos flow is still been going.
Is it Drake's fault, or is it hip hop fault? Because what you used to, what they used to say? Somebody came out with a new style, new flow, new whatever. Drake hopped on the wave, and either all right, he'll try to bring that person up, or he just gonna jack move, give me this shit,
Shit,
and then
so
he
he
go
was
on with
supposed
it.
to go and find someone else to jack move.
But
But
shit,
just,
how many new good artists are there?
I mean,
Maybe
now
this is
granted, that was like a really once in a generational flow pattern. It wasn't necessarily new, but the frequency that they was doing it at is a pocket that everyone could hit. I get why it changed the game and why it's been around for so long. But like the one of the biggest artists in the world shouldn't still be leaning on that.
shouldn't be, but I mean, hey, this is a sport too. You gon' you'll see some of the vets add stuff to their game. LeBron ain't playing the way he used to. He might have did a heat check every once in the blue, but now he'll pull up from 40 like he Curry. He had to see that and take that added part of his game. So I mean, I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I don't know how to see it. Like I'm not gonna see how it could be different because hey, you listening to stuff every day. Like you naturally gonna grab some stuff. You would literally have to sit yourself like 0 dark 30, like how Brown used to do it, and just really get into your bag, which could work or maybe it can't.
Yeah.
But
And like
hell yeah.
as much as I feel like I want to feel like there's a possibility of like another strong 10-year run to just get to that level of like damn, this dude have been here for 20, 30 years at like the top of the game. A part of that got to do with there ain't no music ain't no more. There ain't no it don't matter who it is. These joints, these albums still come and go. It don't matter if it's Beyonce, if it's Taylor Swift, if it's Cardi B, if it's Nicki Minaj, if it's Kanye West. The maybe the longest album that I played, the longest two albums that I played in the last few years was that Future, We Still Can't Trust You, and I'm talking about like consistently, like not like going
Mm.
months without not hearing nothing, and not even kind of GNX. Like I thought I would have been playing GNX a lot longer than I did, and
Hmm.
I think that I don't even think it has to do with the fact of that music ain't as hot as it used to be, like the actual music from artists and the
Hmm.
quality and bridges and blah blah blah. I think it's just the fact that like now we got way more shit that we could be listening to instead of this one same song. Like when you tired of a
Hmm.
new song, you can go listen to a new podcast. You could go and watch a new show. Like you only got one set of eyes, one set of ears. You can only do one at a time.
Like you said, more podcasts, other songs, more forms of social media people be on,
Mm-hmm.
and you got more independent. Well, I don't know if it's independent, but you got more content creators just about everywhere. Like I remember the only spot I used to hear sports from was from Sports Center, or if I could catch first take when it was Stevie. Did I freeze? Going
A
back?
little bit.
All right. But yeah, watching Sports Center and First Take. You used to get all your stuff from there. Now I don't watch none of those no more. I haven't been a big fan ever since they went for being more of a personality show than actually breaking down sports to at least more casual kind of level. But yeah,
Yeah.
so like I got about 4, 5 sports podcasts that I listen to. Some of them independent, like you got Johan Buha, but then you got like Laker Nation with Trevor Lane and stuff and then you could get hours of this content. You got days worth of
Exactly.
content, and then it
You
was
get
like, yeah.
Patreon. You could like really get invested in your favorite anything else.
And the Stro show, one of the greatest up-and-coming
Shout
shows.
out to
You know
that.
what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to that. Yeah, I was just thinking that in my head of like, yo, you know what they could do? If they really fuck with the show, they could go and get the merch and go to nobackuplan.shop. Or even if they wasn't feeling that and they was like, yo, these shirts is boof, they could drop a donation. But yeah, yo, like music, there was a time where it used to truly be like entertainment. The same way all these other things are. We scroll TikTok and everything else. Man, it'd be a time where like you would sit down, do nothing, and just listen to music. You ain't doing nothing
Man,
else. Like that was the entertainment.
I remember when certain artists would drop back in the day, like when we was in high school, be like, wait, yo, this just dropped today. Man, hey, teacher, I could go to the bathroom, go to the library, go to YouTube and shit, just listen to all that.
You
Like,
in the
listen to what you
yup.
can, or if you had a computer in there, yeah, just cut that shit,
Yeah.
man.
And like now,
Uh,
like they not sneaking to listen to music. They sneaking to watch porn on Twitter.
yeah, it's a whole different ballgame.
So I mean, hey, the lawsuit was a fail. The Drake comeback might not even be much on him or his choice. I guess that's why he over at stake trying to run up their money. But um yeah, that's our show. Like I said, if y'all want to support this show and y'all love what we doing, you like what we doing, go to nobackuplan.shop and get you a shirt. Or if you don't like it and you feel like those shirts is boof, you could go and drop a donation. And one more time before we go.
If you want to bury a dead body, simply bury it 9 feet deep. Then place a dead animal 4 feet above it. This way, if a police dog smells something unusual, they will only find the dead animal. If you want to get rid of a crime weapon, the best way to do it is to melt it down into a block of steel, then throw it in the ocean. This way, it will sink to the bottom, and if someone finds it, they will never know what it originally was. If you want to trespass onto someone's property, bring a dog leash with you. If someone asks why you're there, just tell them your dog ran off and you're trying to find it.
If your grandmother is racist, create a photo montage of your brother or sister in a situation that will upset her. She will remove them from her will, so you will inherit a larger share.
So remember, remove those family, make you a photo montage, and get them greasy, unloyal, but say they is motherfuckers out the will and out the way like they should have been for a long ass time. I am William Stro II, aka Stro Styles. This is D'Antonio, and that's the Show Live. We'll see you when we see you. But if I see you in the street and I'm scared, I'm a snitch. All right.